Hello everyone, I'm Red Herring and this is my what I wore this month for the month of July 2016. It is actually my birthday today, and one of the cups that I got to use for my period this month was a birthday gift from my friend Jennifer Lewis. Thank you again, I really like this cup. I will be talking about the cups in a little bit, but first of all, here is my Clue calendar app that I use, and it did ding to me that my period was starting, and so I was prepared with the cup. So this will show you when I started, how heavy my flow was, how long my period lasted, and when it ended. At the end of this video, I will also post my picture, or a picture of my Clue app calendar to show which days I used which cups. If you find something interesting or helpful in this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I also have a giveaway still going on. It ends midnight on July 30th, so you still have a day to enter if you're interested in that. I will leave the link to that video at the end of this video, or you can find it in the description below. You will receive one size 2 Super Jenny in one of the 2 colors that I have on hand that are brand new, and that is, I'm sorry, I have their teal color, and then I also have their blue. So you get to choose which one you want, and it is open internationally, so go ahead and enter. It is only 1 entry per person this time. So good luck to everyone. You can find any of the links that I mentioned in this video, including the cups that I am going to feature, in the description below. A few weeks ago I did an unboxing video of the Iris cup. If you didn't see that, I will leave that at the end of this video. But there was some information about these cups that I included in that video if you're interested in that information. The only details I'll give you about this cup right now is that when I opened the package, I could smell plastic. In fact, even after washing it several times, it still smells like plastic to me. I washed it and I used it, and it still smells like plastic. I didn't actually boil these because I was a little bit worried about the information that I found. So I just kept washing it and washing it. The second thing was that they both had an oily residue on it, and I again just kept washing it until I didn't feel that oily residue. I also used a dental stick to get inside of the hollow stem and also inside of the air holes, but I can't feel inside of those areas to know that I cleaned it completely out. So I was kind of taking a risk at using these because I don't know what that oily residue was, and I did try to contact the company several times, but I got no word back from them, no replies. So my Clue app chimed me that I was going to be starting my period, so the day before the expected date, I went ahead and tried out this small Iris cup, and I didn't have any problems inserting this cup. It folded fine. I did just use the C-fold. It's easy for me. It inserted fine, and I was able to get it to open just perfectly, and it felt comfortable, and I didn't have any kind of leaking. I was only spotting, so it wasn't bad. So that first day I didn't have any spotting, I'm sorry, and then the second day I did start to spot. So I wore this for 2 days, and the second night I went ahead and changed out, and I wore my my Lena, I'm sorry, I was going to say Brie, well, it is the Brie Lena cup for Friday and Saturday. And if you had seen me on any of the groups, I did mention that I do like the small Lena cup for cup sex. And so it was Friday and Saturday, and my husband was home, and so I just used this one just in case. And now I'm getting shy. I used it just in case. we were going to have sex, and I was prepared with a cup that I liked. And I like this cup because it's a little bit more firm. It sits differently inside of me because of the bell shape, and it just presses in a good area, and so it kind of enhances my sexual experience. So that is why I like to use the Lena Cup when I have cup sex. By Sunday, my period started getting heavier, and Sunday we went out a bit, but I knew that we weren't going to be out all day, so I did go ahead and try out the Iris Large. I had some problems getting this one open after I got it inserted. Inserting it was just fine. I did use the C-fold, and I had to act like I was using my Super Jenny. So I only inserted it halfway, and I had to push it up against my vaginal walls, creating a pocket behind my hand, and then leaving my finger there, I would just let it open up against my finger. And I had to try it a couple times. It just didn't want to open. The back was really soft, but again, at those grip rings, it does get a little bit more firm. So after that first time, I was okay with it. The next day, I got it to open a lot easier. But this cup doesn't have a whole bunch of capacity because those holes are so low. And I didn't do an on-screen water test with this cup, but the water did drip down through the bottom holes because the holes on the inside go downward in direction. So you can see the travel direction of that hole right there. So it goes downward, and if it went upward, maybe it would be less chance of leaking because it has to travel up. I have no idea, but I know that I don't want to use this cup on a very, very heavy day while I'm out and have a chance of it leaking. So I did use it for a couple days. I knew Sunday we weren't going to be out and about all day, and then also Monday I was going to be home. So I used it for those 2 days, and then I did get heavier, so I ended up changing to my Super Jenny, which I didn't even bring. I only brought a small here with me. I did change to my Super Jenny, and I only changed to that that morning. I just was worried about, you know, going about my daily business and then it overflowing or leaking from the Iris cup, so I went ahead and changed to that. And the Super Jenny is still one of my favorite cups. The capacity is awesome. It's really comfortable for me. I do use both sizes, the small and large, at different times. I have used the small on my heavy days, and I do have to empty it more often, but it's still just comfortable and easy for me to use. I received my package from Slovenia, and that was my Lolly Cup, my birthday present from Jennifer Lewis. And so I did an unboxing, and then right after that I went ahead and boiled it and washed it and inserted it. And first of all, I did try to do the punch down fold, but it didn't want to open up for me, and I know that it would probably open up for my daughter just fine. It seems like any cup that I can't get to open with the punch down fold, she can. And even if you're against sharing cups, I understand. Please don't leave me bad comments that it's gross or whatever. It is my daughter, and we boil and wash, and she tries out cups that I don't care for, or you know, didn't work for me, or just was hard for me to open or whatever. So she kind of gives me a second opinion about it, or you know, how her experience was, and then I can share it with you as well. But I just went to an easy C-fold for me. I inserted it, and I did like the Super Jenny where I inserted it halfway and then I pushed it down to my vaginal wall and let it open up against my finger. After that first time that I did that, I inserted it high that night. I just did my C-fold, I inserted the complete cup all the way, and then I inserted my finger and pushed it against my vaginal wall and let it open, and that was fine. I can't do that with the Super Jenny. I cannot let it be inserted up high and then try to open it. It doesn't work for me like that. I did make sure that my cervix was within the rim of the cup, and I could feel that it was nestled nicely up against my surrounding tissues, vaginal tissues, and went on with my day. I did make sure also that I wiped the stem and the grip rings, which is a flower pattern there. I wipe those all the time. It's a habit for me to always wipe my stem and my grip ring so I don't have like residual slobber pooling down to that area and going on to stamping onto my underwear. I went on with my day, and in the middle of the day I felt the stem at the opening of my vagina. So every time I coughed, sneezed, laughed, I could feel it just poking out a little bit. In fact, if I had put my hand up against the opening of my vagina and even just lightly pressed, I could feel that stem with my fingertips. So I pushed the cup back up high and again went on with my day, and by that evening it was down low again. So this cup on me likes to sit low, and after knowing that, I was fine with it, but I knew that I was probably going to have to cut that stem off. I went the next day with the stem intact, and that second night after I got out of the shower, I actually inserted my cup in the shower, and then when I got out I was like, I'm just gonna cut it. So I came out, took my cup out, and cut it with some good sharp scissors, and reinserted it. You can see that they didn't leave a whole bunch of meat between the actual bowl of the cup and where the stem used to be. So make sure you do leave a little bit of that stem intact so you don't cut into the bowl of the cup. So after that it was fine. I used it for the duration of my period, and actually 2 days after my period ended, just to make sure I wasn't going to spot anymore. And I'm sad that I didn't get to try to have sex with it. I wanted to see how these channels worked out, collapsing, you know, if it was full or, well, when I have cup sex, it's never really full. I usually empty it in the shower, and then it's right before we go to bed is when we normally have sex. So I didn't get to have sex with this cup. I'm sure I will in the near future, so I'll let you know. And because this one rides low or sits low in my vaginal canal, I want to know how it's going to act if it is going to collapse and leak. So I will keep you updated on that when that happens. But this is an awesome cup, right up there with my two other favorites, which is the Eva Cup and the Super Jenny. So Lolly Cup, you did a really good job, I think. In my opinion, you are one of my top three. So really comfortable. I like it a lot. If you're interested in this cup, you can find it on menstrualcup.co. If you use the code redherringtv, you can get 10% off of your purchase. And please note that I don't make money off of that. It's just a code to help you save some pennies. So I think that's about all. I did cover all the cups that I used. I didn't jump around to so many cups this time. So here is my Clue app calendar of the days that I used which cups. Well, that's all for this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about the Lolly Cup and if you would want to try one out. And I guess until I see you next time, take care.